Good afternoon, beautiful souls. I love you with my heart and soul. Sorry it took me so long today to get on here. Just had, goodness, so much to get done this morning. So much from people stopping by and calling and needing something. So here I am finally. I had a song which I have not gotten from Spirit in quite a while, so I want to play that while I just go ahead and shuffle, all right, if you don't mind. I will link it, so I encourage you to listen to it. It's very good. It'll raise your vibration, I think, and it gives us hope. I think it also makes us just an overall good energy, high vibrational song. So let me just shuffle while you listen to that. I know I don't have the rights to it, so I won't play the whole song. Everything was shuffled earlier. The song is called I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. Like I said, I'll link it. Just got back from the stores, trying to find some things for my mother and sister. Spirit, give us true, precise messages for the collective, please. Give us true, precise messages for the collective. We love you and we appreciate you. We invite you into our lives to enlighten us, to show us, to guide us in our soul purpose. Thank you, Spirit. Sorry, I can't, since I don't have the rights, I don't want to post the whole thing. Yes, thank you. Alright, so we're just going to get some overall energy from Spirit to get you started. I know it's midday. This is for 24 hours from when you see the video. Your energy for today, you may have noticed, thank you. Goodness, my fingers sticking. Recent past, please, Spirit, for the collective. Recent past for the collective, thank you. Current energies, please, Spirit. Current energies for the collective. What messages do you have for them? What energies in the 3D on Earth? We understand, we see clearly the visions of our energy of 5D, 9D, 12D, right? But we want to see what's coming at the collective. And here in the 3D with so much going on, Spirit, guide and direct us with these messages. Thank you. And near future, please, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. And advice from Great Spirit. Thank you. Okay. I am hearing right off the bat, just keep getting plant a garden. There's a lot is going on. Remember, we got a while back. I'm just going to set these up here for a second. I'll get back to them while I continue to lay cards, okay? Remember a while back, we had the message clearly for several days in a row about the changes of the winds and the currents were turbulent. Remember that message a while back? If not, you can go back and watch the earlier videos. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. That'll allow our energy exchange, positive energy at that. Thank you, Spirit. Still, the current is still going. The turbulence, of course, with the so much going on across the world in the environment, with the earthquakes, right? The storms up north is sorry, hang on. Those in the colder regions are still getting snowstorms even. We had huge storms throughout Texas and through the Midwest, I believe, of the United States. I'm on the East Coast, of course, South Carolina. We're just dealing with that ridiculous virus that I'm sure many of you are dealing with as well. see what we got. Thank you. Anything else, Spirit? No? All right. So overall energy we have for you, the collective, the guardian at the gate. And this is about, right? The death and the rebirth has occurred throughout. Some of us are going through these rapid ascensions, so you may be experiencing a death and rebirth in each day, even if you feel like you're being tested in situations day after day, then know that you're probably going through that death and rebirth, Spirit says, throughout each day. And then you, of course, later, only hours later for some of us, are going through the gate, that test and initiation of what you, maybe it's just in a thought process and an action, an interaction with someone or something in your life that occurs, or perhaps it's even just a thought or an image, a dream, visions, thank you, Spirit, or visions. Know that everything in your dream state right now, everything, visions that come to you, you may be pushing them off as daydreaming, you may be pushing them off as nightmares, Spirit saying, but know that each one of them are from Spirit, and each one of them have messages for you to learn from. So journal your dreams, your visions, your thoughts, and learn and see what messages are there. Know that everything that occurs throughout our life, especially at this crucial time, that is a stepping stone. Everything's a lesson of what did we take away from that moment in time? What are you taking away from lessons today? What have you taken away from lessons yesterday? And what have you learned, and what's made you stronger, right? How have you learned to persevere, especially in this troubled times? And the guardian at the gate is that test, that initiation. There's a guard there waiting, and once you pass that initiation and that test, then you move past that gate, and you accelerate in your ascension and receive more in-depth gifts, more visions, more communication from Great Spirit. Maybe that's your vision quest as well, your journey. Perhaps you're just now receiving information regarding what is your soul purpose, what path are you going to take, what path are you going to choose, right? Because we still have choices, we still have self-will, thank you, Spirit. So each one of those choices are allowing you or not allowing you to pass through that gate. Or maybe you have to relearn that lesson and something comes back around because you didn't pass the test, you didn't go through the initiation the way that was intended. And that's that energy for today, for 24 hours from when you see this, hear this message. Thank you. Number 7, divine number, the singer of intuition. Also a beautiful card. I love these, how they're just so on point right now for us in the collective energy, because, right, January was that judgment month. February, not to like ground in, what do you call that? Beat a dead, what is it? Beat a dead horse. I don't know why they would call it that. That's awful. But that's what just came, like that saying. Okay, it just came to mind, but that's an awful saying. I wish there was a better one. Currently I didn't come to mind, but again, day after day we get this image, right? These notices, these messages from many readers, not just myself, of Spirit trying to direct the collective to understand the importance of your growth, your ascension, and decisions and choices we're making at this time. And the singer of intuition is encouraging you to listen to the intuition, listen to that gut feeling. And if you're not sure, and even those of us that are doing these readings for you still sometimes question and say, are we sure on that? Because that seems a little out there, right? This seems a little, like sci-fi. Okay, a lot of it seems a little sci-fi, but we just have to tap back into Spirit guides and say, is this really, is this accurate what I'm thinking, though? Am I on track? And you have to do, as the collective, do the same. Just take a moment and listen, meditate, and ask Spirit to guide you into understand, and ask them if that intuition is on track. Are you really feeling what you think you feel or say? The decisions you're about to make, is it the right decision? Spirit will answer you. All he's asking is that you come forward and ask to surrender yourself to Spirit, surrender your journey, your soul purpose to Spirit. for your soul purpose, because that was the agreement that you came here to do when you reincarnated to Mother Earth. Here also on the energies we have the sword. Aspirations in the Book of Shadows is your experience. So your aspirations of what you desired, what you wanted, what you hoped for. And here we have the sword of truth coming through along with taming the dragon, right? You can have that dragon energy. We talked about that the other day, about taming the dragon within each of us, right? Wanting to sometimes just feel like you want to take your wings as a dragon and fly off and blow fire across the world, right? Because sometimes you just get so frustrated in it. It's an energy where sometimes you have to learn to tame that energy, bring it back, and allow yourself to tame it and see what is sparking that fire, what is tipping you over, I won't say over the edge, but what's really irritating you about it, right, at this time. Because sometimes that dark side of yourself is being illuminated through spirit to test you through that initiation. But always be in your truth, be in your authentic self. It's okay to have the dragon, to accept that, because sometimes we need that to battle on, right? To forage through things. If you were a prisoner of war, or someone was, taken prisoner or held against their will in some way, had to battle things, really fight for their life, then that dragon certainly comes out in need, right? Then it's needed. But some of us, it's not so much needed, but it's there to train us, to tame it, to help us to learn, to know that we have that strength inside our solar plexus. But it's good to tame it, but always be in our authentic truth. The Book of Shadows is those experiences, again, about journaling. The Book of Shadows is really, people think it's like a witchcraft things, but it's really your journal. It's about your experiences, what thoughts, what have you manifested, what have you put into, what have you called into reality, into your reality from other timelines, other dimensions. Know that when you are the light, if you're shining your light, just as this candle is shining, just as your sword of truth is shining, right? Then you will blossom just as these rose petals are blossoming. But to journal, and that is actually the Book of Shadows. It's journaling your thoughts, your dreams, your visions, your experiences, so that you can, and others can learn from you, from your experiences. In the recent past collective, we have here of course, many of us, right? Many tower moments, for sure. If you haven't, then bless you and be thankful. But many tower moments have fallen in the recent past. Some of us, it is this disease hitting our family members, our loved ones, and knowing that even though we don't see the big picture as to why, but everything happens for a reason. Perhaps it's the end of their time and Spirit's calling them back to reincarnate, to come back around for their soul purpose, for their journey, so that perhaps they need to help you from the other side. Or this could even be the loved ones in the way of your pets, your dogs, your cats. They will come through from the other side and help you in your journey. Be your spirit guides from the other side. Know that to embrace and to come out of the shadow side, to weather the storm. You are strong, and Spirit is guiding you and clearing the path through the storm, so that you are strong and can help others. Know that your spirit guides are all around you and protecting you as a star seed. And in the recent past, you're showing up as the Emperor. If you're feminine, perhaps you're the Empress. Either way, it's the energy of the Emperor, Empress, the strength, the strongness, the taking your stand, being that business leader or business mind management, leadership, leading others, teaching others through this whirlwind of bringing forth the new earth, raising and healing Mother Earth. Here in your career sector, we have that card again with the Eight of Cups. Sorry, my mother keeps texting me. And so is my DM. All right, so number 8 is knowing that even though you've been prosperous and you're full of self-love and you've come a long way, but you know that the other 2 cups are out there. There's only 8 of cups, and you want that 10 of cups, that wish fulfillment. Spirit's guiding you and saying, take the leap of faith. Now is the time. Take that leap of faith forward, because it's there, and Spirit's going to deliver it to you here in the near future. Right? And that could be your workplace. Again, about your soul purpose and your mission can't be emphasized enough. Everything right now for March is soul purpose and mission. Right? January, like we said, was the judgment, and February was the karmic debt that had to be paid. And then in March, it was the positive karma that you've earned. The blessing Spirit's going to spill over on you, even though at first, the first few weeks of March, right, have been quite tower moments or turmoil across the world, not just our country as the U.S. Many of you may be in England or Italy. Heart goes out to you for sure. But either way, know that Spirit is still blessing you in the way of love for yourself, but guiding you to stay and take the leap of faith forward to your soul purpose, your mission. And that's where you're going to find your other 2 cups, your 10 of cups, your wish fulfillment. Here we have the judgment card. Again, okay, that was weird. Whatever that noise out there was. Judgment is here. Just like in situations, not necessarily upon you, but in situations, judgment may be falling still on others. Their karmic debt may still be getting paid out. Perhaps there may be many across the world. Can think of a few, but we won't, right? No politics. But perhaps it's, their karmic debt is that maybe they didn't have blessings due. Maybe they reaped so much karmic debt that theirs is still overflowing into March. So that's what this person up here reminds me of, with this flame burning. For some, that's going to be the situation. Some are going to be sacrificed or have to pay the penalty for their wrongdoings against the world, right? Against the children in the universe, against other humanity in the world. And know that Spirit is still gifting you. And here with this Red Cross reminds me so much of medical right now, knowing that you are protected, divine collective, of this protection from Spirit in the way of this health. You're protected. Once you speak with and surrender to Spirit, make the sacrifices that you need to, but surrender your journey, surrender your soul, so that you can get into your soul purpose and your mission. So Spirit will guide and protect you during these times. The Chariot is catapulting you forward here in this Chariot card. I don't know if you will see it, but I certainly see it as this here is a hand from Spirit catapulting, taking by the beak, leading you by the beak as this beautiful spiritual crow, right? And catapulting you forward into the future through this torrential times. And here reminds me of an alligator just reaching up, ready to snap this crow. But Spirit's going to save you from the jaws of these alligators in this sense. And here we have lightning bolts down below. And what is that? Lightning bolts always represent something unexpected from Spirit, but it's a gift. Spirit's dropping in, unexpected, going to shower you with gifts from the spiritual realm, your ancestors alike. And here Spirit is saying in your career sector and how you make your money, how you make your career, your finances, your movement forward, right? It's an eternal, always what goes around comes around, that reminds you, right, of the karmic blessings coming to you. Blessings because look at the beautiful flowers on this lion. Lion is all about the strength. Greener pastures are ahead. You just have to have faith and cry out to Spirit and trust. Look at how much faith and trust this crow has in Spirit, that he's sitting on a lion's nose, trusting in Spirit that this lion's not going to just reach up and eat him. Takes a lot of faith and Spirit. Here you have people all in the background of these, almost growing and being one with the earth, just as the trees behind them are one with Mother Earth. We are all connected. We are all energy. And we all affect, every decision we make, every decision I make affects you because you're part of my collective. Every decision you make affects me because I'm part of your collective, right? We're all energy. We are all connected. Here, okay, thank you. In the present time for the next 24 hours, we have here, I'm going to spread them out, the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. Shining your light from within, seeing those visions that Spirit has given you, the knowledge that you're gaining. Some people I've seen post that they feel disconnected from their spirit guides, from Spirit. Know that no, you're not disconnected, that during the toughest times, your spirit guides are carrying you through the difficult times. It reminds you of the story of the footprints in the sand, right? Where someone asks, I think it is Spirit or God, whatever you call it to you, the higher power, but that why only during the difficult parts of their life, I'm trying to remember the story, it's like they ask Spirit, why were there only one set of footprints? You know, why wasn't Spirit with them during the difficult parts of their life? And Spirit said, on the contrary, there was one set of footprints because I carried you. I protected you, and that's what you need to remember right now during this scary time, to relax. Don't panic. I mean, sure, if you got to go to the grocery store, go get your groceries. But don't panic. Spirit's got you. Spirit's going to protect you. Just have faith and surrender to soul purpose, to mission, and Spirit will protect you. Here also is wanting to come out of the cold, all about change, number 5. Spirit's bringing you out of the cold. He recognizes that you want to come out of the cold, that you don't want to be without Spirit. Maybe that's what part of this feeling disconnect for some people that I see on Facebook pages for empaths, or for, you know, spiritual pages, of course, but they're posting that they feel disconnected from spirit guides. And maybe that's part of it, is because Spirit wants them to reach out and ask, bring me in out of the cold. What do I have to do? I surrender to my mission. I surrender to my soul purpose. Show me, give me the vision of what I need to do next. What baby step do I need to take? I don't need to see the end result. I don't need to see where this is going. I trust Spirit. I just need to know what's that first step, right? Put the first step forward, and what is that going to look like? What do I need to do to make that first effort forward for Spirit to bring me out of the cold? And here it's you taking the leap of faith forward and doing just that, and surrendering to Spirit so that you have this new beginning, knowing that He's going to catapult you forward from danger because you have the strength when you trust Spirit. And here the Fool knows it's about divine timing, and nothing can hold him back. And look how beautiful and radiant and joyful he is, balancing on this in the universe, as knowing that these are the tarot cards, right? And the tarot cards usually show things to come of the future. But as he's masked and he's being very whimsical, he knows that it's all about divine timing, whether he knows these messages, and Spirit will show him those visions, him or her, all about divine timing on when you get those visions and what they look like, right? A couple months ago, not several, but a few months ago, when I posted about the storms, about that, the change of the winds, or the turbulent waters, the change of the winds, and the currents were turbulent. I think that was the message. I'd have to look at my notes. But, and here we thought, I kept getting visions of earthquakes in California, and well, I didn't post that then because I thought it was going to be right then, and it was a lot of destruction where that shelf breaks. And I'd get visions of different areas throughout the country going through a lot of areas where there were these like army medical tents being set up and separating people so that they could be reunited with loved ones because they got separated. And so those storms, those events are still yet to come. But here, when I had those images come to me, I thought it was like those weeks, right? So I kept like everybody, start to prepare and just, stock up for 2 weeks worth of whatever. And now what is this quarantine? We're all, no matter what country you're in, they're saying stock up for 2 weeks quarantine, right? But here it's months later. So just because that message was right then, the information was still true, but it wasn't until now that we needed those 2 week supply, right? But Spirit still provided those messages for us. We were all warned. So if you didn't stock up on TP, we can't blame Spirit, right? And besides, there's always alternates. Just to think of your survival skills of if you were ever lost, right? If you ever lost your prepper's mindset or survival instincts of what you would do if you were lost on a hiking trail, right, for 2 weeks. What would you do because you wouldn't have access to stores? And that's where people need to start focusing their mindset of how they would improvise what they could use for some of these medical things instead of relying on Walmart or big box stores. Not to get off on a tangent, but also here you are strong enough to, you have the strength, right above it is the strength. You are the star. You rise above these moments, collective. Spirit gives you the gifts, the knowledge. Look how the beautiful crown chakra is lit up, guiding you, giving you the energy, that lift. Know that you are divinely protected, and you rise up no matter what tower moment falls in your life, no matter what destruction comes to the world around you. You are protected because you were sent here for a purpose. You're a star seed. Here is Ace of Coins. We started with Ace of Wands, a new beginning, right? And here we are ending with, as far as this energy, current energy is Ace of Coins, that earthly, that grounding. Look how you have the nuts here, the animals, the coins, but it's all about being grounded for this new beginning to take effect, this new beginning. You just need to focus on Mother Earth and be grounded. Here in the near future, before I clarify these, yeah, about Mother Earth, Pachamama, right? Number 4, you are protected. The winds are changing. Storms are occurring. These look like lightning bolts coming in, almost like fire. These look like tornadoes all around, right? Storms are brewing everywhere, all kinds of different things. I saw where Afghanistan has like these locust storms coming in. There's been earthquakes on the East Coast that never occur in those areas. They are small earthquakes, but just things of all kinds of earth and environmental storms taking place at this time. But you, divine counterpart, you are the starseed, the collective. You are protected by Spirit. Just get in touch with Mother Earth. Know that you are protected. This Kundalini energy with the serpent. Number 10 is an ending to the separation, and you are coming together near the end of March with your divine counterpart, with your partnership, even if it's someone that you didn't imagine it to be, someone that you didn't think it was going to look like the way it is, but it's an end. Spirit is saying to separations, and it's going to come together as one, and the sun is going to shine on you and bless you. In the near future, we have the drum. Not only does Spirit want you to dance to the beat of your own drum. Number 6, this is beyond change, beyond anything you could imagine. Soar like the eagle within you. Soar like the dragon, wherever it is. There. Soar like the dragon within yourself, like the eagle within yourself. And this reminds me of this small circle in the middle of that portal with, it's not here, is it? No. It's in this deck though with the, alright, Spirit says keep moving. It reminds me of the portal that goes, thank you Spirit, pointing me back to this, the gate, right? This circle in this coin he's pointing up to, and this eagle's ready to fly through. Soar through that ascension gate. Have faith in yourself that you have what it takes to dance the beat of your own drum. Embrace this change that's going to allow you that next step in your ascension, and embrace and believe in your intuition. Trust yourself. Trust that solar plexus. I don't have a candle lit for today, by the way. Spirit, was there anything you wanted them to work on in the way of chakras? Yes. Is it the base? Solar plexus. Yeah. So it's your solar plexus. So that would be a yellow candle. All right. Sorry, I just got back from the store, so I just sat right down and started recording without grabbing that for you. Number 12. Number 12 breaks to a number 3. The owl, the wisdom. Razor-like focus, and for what? What's this owl headed for? He's the wisdom within yourself and your higher self. You have the higher self. You just need to be one with your higher self. Meditate every morning at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. If you can do 3:30, all the better. Spirit says meditate every morning and clear your chakras, balance yourself, right? And this will help raise your vibration, but also it'll help raise your immune system, because disease and illness cannot survive in a higher vibrational body, right? Have the wisdom to see clearly the path ahead. This is your advice. This was your near future. This is your advice. And again, with Stand Still, it's all about meditation. Number 7, divine number. Wherever you are, you can go outside if you want and look to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north, whatever it is for you that inspires you. Usually sunset or sunrise. Perhaps it is sunset. For some of you, maybe it's in the moonlight. But meditate and ask Spirit for guidance, the vision. What's your soul purpose? What's your next step? Where are you going from here? How are you going to help the universe? How are you going to help Mother Earth? I have to get some cards to clarify. Oh, sorry. Spirit's directing me over here. Okay, thank you. Clarify, please. Okay. That one and this one. And that one. Thank you. Okay. 3, 4, 5, please. Two more. Oh, yeah, 2 more. Thank you. 1 more. Thank you. In the near future, please, Spirit, can we clarify, please, the near future? We'll use a different deck for the advice, of course. Thank you. Thank you. And some advice. Okay. Advice, please, Spirit, for the, can we do 2 for the career? Thank you. Thank you. Really? All right, Spirit saying for the advice for career is to be content, contentment. The sun is shining in the end. Just keep moving forward. Have faith. Everything will balance out. And the Warrior of Shield, know that you're, if you're loyal to your journey, Spirit will protect you with the Warrior of Shields. I just think it's funny, sorry. To be content. Spirit saying be content. And know that if you're loyal, you are protected. Thank you. All right, clarify 1, 3, please, for the advice down below. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Let's take a look. Okay, is that good? All right, so in the recent past, clarification over the Tower, the Moon, and the Emperor, right? We have here the Wands, Ace of Fire, which is a new beginning, right? That new beginning, having passion for your new beginning, and these crystals falling through the fire to Spirit is reminds me that to know that you are blessed and that to have passion for your new beginning. In the recent past, this is just a clarification of that this is giving you the passion that's burning, helping you to move forward. This tower moment that occurred, and here with the moon, the shadow self, right, was the wands of fire, the wands of bones. Reminds me of that player energy and ending to it. Spirit was guiding them forward and having to allow them to remove their mask and remove toxicity. As you see here, even though he has 3 masks on, he's lifting them away, and this big snake looks like it's kind of crawling off him and departing, as there's skulls, things that died and are no longer of use to him, of no longer serve him. And the King of Coins, King of Drums, here was in the recent past. This is pretty much the Emperor, right? The Emperor energy, and the King of Drums, King of Coins, because spirits guided him through visions of telling him and showing him through visions, like through his vision quest of what way to go. How can he lead his people safely in the future? And that's pretty much what an emperor does. He leads his people, right? His collective. All right? And know that I would not lead you to the wrong direction as well. The moon also is showing up here on this. I'm going to set this down for a minute. Here we have the dance to the beat of your own drum with the Ace of Wands. We have the Ace of Coins, Ace of Drums, a new beginning, which is funny because what did we have down here? We had the Ace of Coins here, and up here clarifying Ace of Wands is the Ace of Coins. So it's balancing out your day from start to end. Know that all these things are still going to balance out financially for you, for your financial abundance, for your prosperity is going to be in your soul purpose, in your mission. When you leave behind toxicity, when you ask Spirit for guidance and ask Spirit to bring you out of the cold, to help you in your journey, then know that you are going to have a magnificent new beginning here. And again, with the devil energy at the beginning and the devil energy at the end, this reminds us that you need to take off your masks if you're still wearing a mask, and to walk away from toxicity, to protect yourself and guard yourself from those that are low vibration right now, those that are sick. You need to pull away so that you can be there and be the healer for others, sending positive energy to others. And the moon energy here is number 9, near ending, right? Looking to the future here. It looks like this man's got a bow and arrow, shooting his arrow to the future, balancing the dark to the light within each of us, right? And the wolf here is howling to the moon, and here he's also howling at the moon. You are standing on solid foundation. And your advice, Spirit saying, is to balance your dark and light and accept the shadow self, but to remove the mask, be in your authentic self, but accept if you have visions of something that seems dark and you feel guilty for it, know that perhaps Spirit's trying to help you realize that people in those situations need help. And maybe that's part of your soul purpose, is to see the evil in the world or evil in others, so that you can then say, you know what, those people need help, they need my guidance, they need, as a healer in you, is someone who's able to speak with Spirit. He will guide you in how to heal them, how to help them. Here we have, remember the Fool, take that leap of faith forward, is the Lover's card, being brought together by the divine timing. Being that warrior woman or warrior man, either one, right? Number 5, making the change, cutting things out that no longer serve you. And number 8 of drums is the 8 of coins, right? Dance to the beat of your own drum. See, Spirit is guiding you, giving you reason for celebrate. Knowing that you are the star, you're able to celebrate and rise up from the dark side, the shadow self. And Spirit's advice again here is be the warrior within yourself, to bring balance and healing to others, to make the change around you. Be the voice of reason, helping others to understand why these things are occurring. Look yourself in the mirror, number 2 of wands, 2 of bones, and ask yourself, is this the person I really want to be right now? Or is there something more for me? Was there a purpose that I came here for? Yes. You have a soul purpose. You have a mission to succeed at. Just look yourself in the mirror and tell me what you see. Tell yourself, what do you see? Who are you? Do you know yourself? Do you know what you came here to do? If not, then you have a journey, right? Perhaps you're new to this journey, but you need to look yourself in the mirror and accept that you were here for a reason. And now is the time to no longer delay, but to step into that purpose, to face the devil and make the change that needs to be made in your life and in others. Help them to see so that you can celebrate with them. Number 7 of drums and coins. This is all about that taking a leap of faith forward with celebration. Embrace that ascension that you're going through. You've had the death and the rebirth, the ascension, going through the gates, right? You've had the death and rebirth and rebuilding of your masculine energy. And now it's time to celebrate. To aim the arrow. The Spirit says this is truth with the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Bow and Arrow. And we saw this with this other card, right? We said he looks like he has a bow and arrow here as well. And that's what we have here in the near future. You're aiming your arrow and you're shooting for the stars. And Spirit's going to guide you. Now that you've accepted to take that leap of faith forward in the near future, Spirit's, you're aiming for the stars, and Spirit's going to put you as the Emperor, and we had in the recent past the Emperor, right? And here in the near future, what do you have but also the Emperor? Helping others in their journey. Spirit, what do they need to work on? Okay, thank you. Alright, whatever. Evidently there's a lot to work on. Let's see. 1 second. All of these? Help. You are not helpless. Thank you, Spirit. You're not hopeless. You're not helpless. Maybe you feel like you're divided between 2 paths, but look to the sun. Spirit is shining their light on you. You're not helpless. You're not hopeless. You are loved. You are a divine starseed. Ask Spirit for clarity of your belief of your path. Know that you are loved by the collective, by Spirit, your ancestors, and it's time to move forward. Number 7, embrace this. It's time to move forward. Feel the energy within yourself. Feel your divine counterpart that's there to help you as a partnership in your mission. Many people think that this journey is about the romance part of it because it causes such a draw in your sacral chakra, right? But it's not about the romance, love. It's about divine partnership for your mission, your soul purpose. Someone that you can love and unconditionally and accept them for the way that they were, their past, their devil energy that they had to let go of. Know that you had devil energy as well. So did I. So do you. We all had things we had to let go of, right? And move forward from. And know that just as you have to have unconditional love for your divine counterpart, they have unconditional love for you as well. So there's no fear of judgment. And you're not to judge others either. Right? It's time to put down the judgment. Win or lose, Spirit says, it's going to be a new beginning. A lot of change is occurring. It's going to be a new earth, a new world that is coming with these changes. Things are not going to be the same as they once were. Number 6 is the third eye chakra. Work on your third eye because it's your seer, your observer. Spirit will show you the truth behind the lies, the propaganda of others, the deceit of others, the past, present, future, other worlds, other timelines, other dimensions. These are needed to see clearly and accept them for reality so that you can move forward. Your ancestors around you want you to know the universal law. Study the universal law. Have wisdom of the owl wherever that went. Wisdom of the owl. Learn, share with others, help guide and heal others. Yes, it may seem at this time a great mystery, but no, Spirit's going to show you through your third eye, and you will have clarity. Things will never be the same again, because you cannot unsee what Spirit's going to show you. Cannot unsee. You can't go back once you've passed through the gate, once you started your awakening, once you started your ascension. Number 7, again, another divine number about divine timing. While time may be irrelevant, it's an illusion, but the 10th house, whatever your 10th house is for you, look it up, right? But this is about the world, the changes occurring in the world, and time is now to get into your soul purpose and your mission regarding the changes occurring across the world. Goddess of justice. Justice is here for the world, for earth. What seems an injustice is actually going to be a blessing. And one more card from this is Angel of Psychic Abilities. Your intuitive and psychic abilities are strong at this present time. Know that Spirit's going to strengthen those abilities within you, within yourself, and you will see clearly your path. It's also your soul purpose. Your path would be something to do with your north node. So look up on your houses. Wow, 4 of them. Look up your north node, because that's going to guide you to something to do with your soul purpose, your path, your mission. 3 of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. Okay, not physically, because we know we need social distancing right now. You will grow stronger from this situation. Yes, we all will. Sadness that will heal with time. Yes, many of us are going to lose loved ones, and we had that message as well a month ago or so, where we kept having messages coming across where, certain people in our lives were going to be passing over. And so Spirit's just reminding us, yes, it's, sadness will come. Many people will be passing over and reincarnating, but know that it's a season in their time of season, to change, to cross over, to embrace the change, to not be saddened. Queen of Autumn. Generous, style, gracious, practical, help those around you. If you are fluently abundant and able to help others. Be gracious. Be practical with respect to how you proceed forward. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Meeting someone who can help your dreams come true. 4 of Winters. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation. The need for more sleep or a vacation. Well, vacations are all on hold because there's no more traveling temporarily, right? Life experience. Number 7. Let go of the belief system that no longer serves you. The one you were born with, the one that was shoved down your throat in school systems, right? In religious establishments. Probably some even belief systems that we were brought up from our parents because they didn't know any better. Unless you were fortunate enough to be raised by someone that was already awoken. Life-changing events are occurring. The situation that leads to a significant opportunity. The path ahead. That is what I have for you. My collective, I love you with my heart and soul. I hope you have a blessed evening, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Namaste.